Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I just wrapped up Lesson 8 with some of the classes, and I want to highlight a couple things. We talked primarily of the U.S. Navy today, and we talked about really the way that the Navy presents forces to a Joint Force Commander. We talked about the Army. They present it with the Brigade Combat Teams construct. We talked about the Marines the other day and how they present forces. It's the Marine Air Ground Task Force in the form of the MEU, the MEB, and the MEF. And then today we talked about the Navy and what they bring to the Joint Force. So when a four-star combatant commander needs assistance or needs resources, he or she will often request it. The Navy delivers it in the form of either a carrier strike group, a surface action group, an expeditionary strike group, which is accompanied by an amphibious readiness group. So really those are the four levels of the Navy and how they present those forces to the Joint Force Commander. So I've included the slides on Blackboard and on Teams now, and you can look at those and take a look and see kind of the nuanced differences between those things. We spent a good chunk of our time talking about the 6 core Navy capabilities that they bring and they deliver to the fight. Primarily, we started with the big picture, the ability to project power projection. Our Navy's deployed in the wide blue oceans at all times, forward deployed. That forward presence provides a number of opportunities for us to then offer deterrence to our adversaries. Offers the ability for sea control, which is a military component where we own a bubble of real estate in the ocean and can do whatever we want militarily. It also allows us to project power or power projection. And then maritime security, number 5. And the final one is humanitarian aid and disaster relief. So those are the 6 core capabilities that the Navy delivers. And then lastly, we wrapped up with the Coast Guard, which your textbook does a good job describing kind of the basics of it. But really the crux of it is Coast Guard is really a law enforcement function that works for the Department of Homeland Security. And they work anywhere between our coastal waters primarily or overseas at U.S. territories. And they also help assist with counter-piracy, training other nations, just like our military works with other nations to help equip them and make sure they're prepared for various mission sets. Our Coast Guard does the same things, teaching other countries to help counter-piracy and search and seize vessels, etc. So moving forward, I want to give you a quick heads up on what's going on for Lesson 9. So Lesson 9, we're talking about Special Operations Forces. There are 2 readings that I'd like for you to take a look at. The first is rather dull and rather boring. It's a Congressional Research Service document where you have a bunch of staffers on Capitol Hill that generate a report, if you will, that are designed for members of Congress. And this CRS document is really a summation of Special Operations Forces and what they are. It includes some details on like what kind of things the Navy brings, what kind of Special Operations Forces the Air Force has, to include combat controllers, special tactics officers, combat rescue officers, all those type of things. And then just pay attention as you read those of what each specific service brings to Special Operations Forces. The second reading, which I would argue is the most interesting of the 2, it's a relatively lengthy article about the Osama bin Laden raid that was accomplished back in 2011, where our Navy SEALs swooped in and took care of the Osama bin Laden problem. So although there's not a lot of data in there that's going to help you memorize stuff for the GR, what it does do is it helps cement existing concepts about Special Operations Forces into your head, because it illustrates how we use Special Operations Forces, and it magnifies what makes SOF unique when compared to the Army or the Air Force or the Navy capabilities, because SOF is a very specialized skill set. And I think that Osama bin Laden raid article does a great job capturing kind of the nuanced things that makes it such a special capability. It's very readable. It's a fun thing to read. You'll learn something. It's engaging. So I find that it'll probably be more of a relaxing read than anything else. So that's it. We've got a class on Thursday with some of you guys, and then I will see the rest of you guys on Tuesday for Lesson 10 when we talk about air power, which we'll expand later. In the meantime, have a great break. Enjoy some time off on Monday. I look forward to seeing all of you guys after the weekend. Thanks a lot.